and I hope I can inspire other people as well, especially the young generations who are coming up. If you do something by heart, then go for it, because maybe it's your purpose. Go straight forward and don't look to the left and right. Just stay to your lane, and if you deliver good work, you will also get a prize for that.
Living Mosaic.
What's good, y'all? I'm Don, and I just want to welcome you all to Mosaic Makers, a show from Living Mosaic where we get to highlight the stories of amazing creatives going all the way back to their origins of inspiration to hopefully inspire you to create today. And I am extremely excited today, as for this next episode for this show, we have a homie coming in all the way from Rotterdam in the Netherlands, the producer and DJ extraordinaire BRII. What is good, bro? How are you doing?
Yo, what's up? Thanks for having me. I'm very excited to be on your show, and everything is good so far. It's been cold here in Europe, and just getting ready for the Christmas season.
For sure. Are you heading back to Vienna? Because that's where you are like originally?
Yes, so I'm going back home to my family on the 23rd of December. And for now I'm just here in Rotterdam working on some stuff. And
nice. Yeah, I know that you are super busy. You had like that Asia tour like way back in August, I think. Yeah?
Yes, exactly. So I went to Asia in August, and I'm actually going back to Thailand next week for another show, and it's just like it's like a Christmas special show. So they invited me to go there, so I will be there actually right before Christmas, and then I go home.
Jeez, well, I hope that the jet lag isn't too bad for you back to enjoy time with your family and friends. So
I can do it one more time this year, so don't worry.
That's good at least. Well, regardless, I mean, we kind of covered how busy you are, so thank you again for taking time out of your busy schedule to be a part of this. So, and I appreciate you getting a chance to talk about your story as a creative. So let's go get started. So let's circle all the way back to the beginning for you. Before we got to this point in your creative career, I want to talk a bit about your background. So you told me you were born and raised over in Vienna. And correct me if I'm wrong, but your start in music got in through that Christian community out there, like that Filipino Christian community. So talk to me about that.
Yes, so that's totally correct. I was born in Vienna, Austria, so my parents immigrated there in the 80s, and then I was born in 1993. And growing up there was really fun. That's correct that I was in a Christian community called Youth for Christ. I don't know if that's familiar to you guys, but
somewhat,
there's like a Filipino Christian community, and I was making music there, so I played the services. I played in a band. I played the bass guitar and the piano there.
Who taught you all that?
Who taught me all that? So I was just picking up. At home, my parents gave me like a small keyboard at very first, and I was just playing around with that, and then my parents bought me a guitar, and I was starting to picking it up myself, and yes, everything is self-taught actually.
Oh wow!
So I didn't really do like classical theory,
like training and all that.
Yes, training.
Was this like when you were like a teenager when you started self-learning these instruments?
I would say like all the music came. Well, I've been surrounded with music as a baby as well, and but started picking up when I was 10 probably. And also just doing my own researches, watching tutorials, and I just wanted to play like the stuff my parents play in the house, like a lot of 90s ballads, a lot of old school music, like Stevie Wonder,
I love that.
Earth, Wind, and Fire a lot, and that actually gave me the interest into music, I guess, and also a lot of Michael Jackson for sure.
Of course,
Whitney Houston.
yeah.
Yes, a lot of soul music, and that's why I was very influenced by that. So
Gotcha.
yeah, so all the instruments were actually self-taught.
That's crazy. And when did it come to that point where all those instruments that you learned, like you started to make your own music from scratch? Because you kind of told me a bit before when we hung out way back in April, when you said that you had some mentors that taught you with producing. So I was curious if the mentor sparked your interest into creating your own music, or you self-taught that led you into making your own, and then you sought those mentors. So I was trying to find like what came first, the mentors or the self-teaching yourself into producing your own music.
A lot of self-teaching first. So
Okay.
at first I just wanted to play instruments and make music, and maybe also sing, but I noticed very very fast that I don't really have a nice voice to sing, but I love playing instruments. And when I was shifting to my teenager era, so when I was 14 or something, I was starting to listening to hip hop music, and very influenced by producers like Pharrell, the Neptunes, Timbaland, Ryan Leslie. Those are actually the main people who inspired me to produce or make my own beats. And then when, of course, I picked it up first and did my own research. And then after that, when I made my first few beats, I started connecting to other people I look up to in Vienna.
The local scene. Okay.
Yes, in the local scene. Yeah. So,
and when was this around time, like when you started to become an adult, like during your teenage years, just like?
Yes, that's basically my teenage years, my puberty years. Like I would say from, let's say, 14 until 18.
Okay.
And then I was always looking up to this one producer from Vienna. His name is OSIVE. And he has been doing music before my time, so he was already out there when I was still a young teenager. And I was always like very impressed on the stuff he makes, and I always wanted to ask stuff like, hey, what gear do you use, and how do you make this sound like this and stuff. I really was very curious and a student, and that's where I started connecting to OSIVE and just asking him a lot of stuff. He also taught me, hey, this is how you do it, this is how you make it sound better, and really taught me a lot when it comes to producing. And yes, and of course another guy from Vienna who also always inspires me is Franchise, because that guy is just like a crazy dude. Like, he can pick any instrument and he can play it, and he always had the craziest jazz chords because he's a nerdy guy when it comes to chords.
Oh yeah, so like he must be like really crazy about those sevenths and ninths, just playing it all over the place.
Yes, he was the one who introduced me to that stuff. But it's also because he's very he got the education in church as well, so that's why there was also a connection between us, and that's how we just exchange skills and thoughts and chords, and
and that's how you knew of each other before, but you didn't get a chance to like actively like learn from each other until that time in teenage years?
No, so actually it just started when like social media were popping up, like Facebook and YouTube as well. One day Franchise just DM'd me like, yo, I like the stuff you do, let's hang one time and make music.
Awesome.
And then we did that, and we did music together, and the rest is history. And yeah.
That's dope. So no, that's really dope. I love getting to hear a bit of the origins, and you could kind of see that the pieces are picking together, like a bit of a spoiler, but leading into like stems, which I would love to talk about a bit later.
Oh yeah.
But before we get into that, so let's go to like that producing side that you said. So when you were like a teenager, when you did you release a lot of your stuff like on like social media, like on Facebook and stuff at the time? Because I think I noticed at least the earliest releases that you had were in 2014. So I was wondering when you started to release a lot of your stuff and that strategy into that.
So that was also a time where everything was shifting. So a lot of new stuff were coming up. Like Instagram was super new, Facebook was the shit, and of course SoundCloud was very new. But I always like, I don't know. I think at first I was just posting my beats on YouTube, like beat making beats. Like I don't know. You don't need to look it up. And then,
wait, so before you were called like BRII making beats. That was like your YouTube name, and then you always had that name BRII. Okay.
Yeah. So I was always like I did some silly beat making videos, and then SoundCloud came up, and then I was just thinking, because it was the time where Selection is coming up, K-Tronada getting very big, and I'm also a very, very big fan of Esta, and they were uploading their music on SoundCloud. And back in the day, SoundCloud was just like, if you know, you know. It's like, if you want to dig deep and just if you're open to new music, then you check SoundCloud. And
for sure.
And I was there the whole time checking all the new stuff, or what Esta is releasing, was what K-Tronada is releasing. And then what I was thinking, and then I also started to release my beats and projects on SoundCloud without any thoughts of, I hope this will
blows
get
up
plays or stuff. I actually just uploaded it because I wanted to listen back to it and just to have it online. But then when after a few tracks uploaded, it started like blowing up, or get to listen by people around the world, and then people were messaging me about the music and that they really like it. And of course a lot of YouTube people were using my music as well, because it was royalty free kind of. And that's how it started. And then and until now I use SoundCloud very often. Now I also use YouTube and post my stuff on TikTok. You just need to keep up with the time, you know.
That's what it is at the end of the day, is providing that consistency and, you know, putting in that work constantly. It's not for everyone, but, you know, if you're dedicated to it and you're passionate about it, like, you're able to adapt. And I've seen you. It's interesting because, like, looking at your SoundCloud, not only have I seen like your music evolve over time, but also like how you know, approach that social media game is definitely it's a crazy trajectory to see. So no, it was really cool to see that you have that. You know what I mean?
I mean, like the whole social media thing is something I need to learn as well. Because all of the young people are so good at it, and I come from a different generation, and but I'm so open for that, and I'm always ready to learn new stuff. So, and I'm happy that we have those platforms, because
of course
now you have a chance to just blow up tomorrow, you know, and all you have to do is post your stuff, and it's like a lottery, you know.
Yeah, in a sense, I think that's a great analogy with the lottery, and this is why I always like have like this sort of platform is showing it's a lottery, but at the same time too, you could increase your chances of the lottery by putting in more tickets. So as long as you put more, put that opportunity out there and put more work, I've seen so many people do a lot of amazing stuff, but it's like that consistency that you don't even know what video or what music is gonna blow up, right? And then you just end up like you said, like the best example is like the first release that I found of you, or at least the earliest one, was like that edit of like Jessica Domingo's cover, like Poetic Justice. It has 535,000 views, like up to this point, and I bet it was one of those SoundCloud edits that you were like, yeah, I just want to play it back just to hear what it sounds like on SoundCloud, right?
Yes, I have a funny story about that. So I made that song or that edit because I'm a big fan of her, of course, and I also had like a little crush or something, and that's why I just made it so to get like a little bit of attention. But it was never my intention to like make this and it's gonna blow up. I just put it out because I wanted to listen back to it, and then a few months later there were actually people listening to it. So that's why I always post her stuff. You never know who will listen or pick it up.
Gotcha. Yeah, no, it's just really cool to see, you know, that you being that prime example of you don't know what's going to blow up, but just post it out there. And if you're passionate about it, and I bet you know, you have that tendency of like trying to perfect it as much as you can. That's a whole other topic that we could talk about. But it's cool to see that, you know, just posting it out there, you'd never know. And like, look at that, look at all these other edits. Like, I can't imagine like that thought process for you, like releasing that. So yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, no problem. So, you know, I saw a lot of these like edits, as you said, they were posting numbers and stuff like that. Like, when did that evolve into you starting to DJ? Because I think I saw you release your first EP. I think it was the Testify EP. So that must have been something to release like first off. But then now you got evolved into like DJing. So I'm curious on that transition from producing to DJing, how that led you, and any mentors along the way that brought you into that.
So basically, I was enjoying producing very, very much.
Yeah.
It was more like a behind the scene thing, but I also like performing, you know, because of my early days in the band in the church. So I really like performing music, and I saw Selection in 2016 in Vienna when they came for the tour. And then that's actually where I realized, hey, actually a DJ can be an artist as well. So it's so nice. You can produce your own music and then play it. I think that was so fresh to me. Like, wow, this is actually something I could do. And I was just picking it up, and like the other instruments before, I just got the DJ controller and then picked it up myself, did my own research, watched a lot of videos, watched a lot of boiler rooms, just to see what they're actually doing. And then it started from having my own DJ controller at home to playing in a club
at the clubs,
and then other countries and cities. But for me it was just like, let's try it out, and if I like it, then we will continue. And turns out that I really liked it, and
yeah, I mean, looking at the outside looking in, you definitely do enjoy it. So,
yes,
like 8 years later or something like that, like seeing you like perform all over the world, like it seems safe to say that was a success.
Yes, and also like it's because the time was also shifting, and I think the timing was right. And and that was even before TikTok and stuff. I was approaching people personally and connecting to people personally, and that's how I showed up and say, hey, I'm DJing and I play this kind of music. Maybe you can try me out in your club. And then
and then, look where it is. Yeah, because I mean,
from the very first opportunity, I was always game on. Like this is at my first opportunity, I was like, I'm gonna do my best and deliver my best set, so they know what I can offer. And
for sure.
From there on, it just continued. It's hard to explain.
No, I mean, it's really cool to see, you know, your initial feels into the scene, like with Dynasty. I'm just shouting out all these local clubs in Vienna at the time.
Yeah.
So seeing you putting your A game into that, I bet with DJing and with producing, like during those early times, you were still trying to figure out your sound, right? Or just at least that sort of vibe. Yeah. Yeah, I see the nod right there. So tell me that importance of, you know, tell me the importance of not only figuring that out, but also the importance of consistency in order to fine tune that sound that you, or that vibe that you look for.
So at first, like I don't know, my mindset was crazy back then. Like, I knew for myself that, okay, how do I get into this business? And the first few runs were tough because one time I came to the club and then it was like how to say in a very commercial white people club.
I see. No, you don't have to say anymore.
and I came there and no one knew me and they were like, who is this kind of thing? They were already judging me by how I look, and I have a different color, and okay, then he's gonna DJ. But for me, I never got distracted to that, of course. I always knew what I can do, and I think I had that Manny Pacquiao mindset, like whatever it is, I'm gonna show it to you.
Yeah,
you know, and that's how it goes. Like I was just constantly showing up to the gigs I got, and then proving to everyone that I'm different. And my style was always like, I'm gonna be different than any other DJ here in town. And it was a success. So people were starting noticing like, hey, this guy is different. He sounds different. He plays different music. And that was my goal at the beginning, because I didn't want to be seen on the same lane like a regular DJ in my hometown. I wanted to like show them, hey, I'm another level. And and that's how it goes. And that's why I got so successfully in my hometown. People were booking me, and I started to make a name, and then gaining the respect.
Because at that time, at least with the music that you had with like Selection and Likes, and I remember just getting familiar with like Europe around that time, at least with the club scene and stuff like that, where it was really Western like geared. So it must have been not the adjustment, but like to really stick to your guns into like belonging to that vibe. It must be like your lane. It must be really gratifying to see you put yourself out there, but at the same time there was so much work that had like behind the scenes to make that work, and also being able to be in those gigs to still stick to being you, right?
Yes, the most important thing is whatever people say, you gotta push through. And do your thing, and if you believe in yourself and what you do, then no one else can take that from you. That's why that's why I was just doing my own sound back home, and I was playing edits, and I just wanted to bring a different sound and show them that I'm different. and yeah, people were noticing and giving the respect. Like back in the days, I was like the one who were playing edits in Vienna and playing remixes and stuff. And then I remember a time where other DJs said like, "What the heck is this guy playing?" And
Really?
we don't know this. Why do you don't just play like commercial
Like top
stuff?
40 music?
Yes, yes. And then okay, but I didn't get distracted by that. And then let's say 5 years later, the DJs who said that playing edits now as well. So
Yeah. No, it's cool to see full circle because, like, I know, like, you know, you getting to travel around the world, which we'll talk about a bit later, but it's so fun that wherever I go around the world, especially like the sort of music that I like look for, like that sort of selection-y or those R&B vibes, every other time I always see BRII edits like in the hard drives, and I was like, okay, yeah, he's doing something. So,
yeah, I'm still very thankful for that. That so
yeah,
many DJs are getting my edits and playing it around, and yeah, and I'm super proud for that actually.
as you should be. That's really awesome. So diving like going a bit back, so one of the things that I wanted to highlight as a great recognition was, you know, you showing up on like Joe K's like selection episodes.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
so tell me, how did that feel being that person where you were looking up to them back in like 2013, 2014ish, up to like showing up in their episodes? I have like 3 episodes at least that you were there, and I think you
Yeah.
actually met him in October 2019 too. So
Yes.
tell
Yes.
me
Yes.
what that felt like for you, being able to see that full circle throughout those trials and errors into making your sound.
To be honest, it's a feeling. It's hard to describe because you were looking up to Selection and Joe K and just like being very very big fanboy, and then the next day they are playing your song or your music on the radio show, and of course it's something like I was shitting in my pants. Like I was so happy and proud at the same time, and for me it was just like the most, like the best confirmation that what I do
For sure.
is actually good or right, because um yeah, how how did they stumble upon me, like how did they get my music, or like it sounds surreal, you know.
Yeah.
But uh the fact that people are listening all over the world, you never know. And one of them was Selection or Joe K, so he played it in the radio show. So for me, it was like, wow, it's like a dream come true. And then
Awesome.
and of course, a big motivation for myself that, okay, I think I gotta continue and do more music, because it was just like confirmation for me.
That's really cool. No, it's having someone that you listen to like growing up, or at least like trying just vibing with their music, and then to come to the point that they tip the hat to you. As you
Yes.
said, you know, it's surreal to have that feeling. I bet it's like it's like in basketball, it's like you have a basketball player that acknowledges and be like, yeah, no, he scored 40 on me. I appreciate that. So
Yes,
stuff like that.
but also big shout out to Selection and
Yeah.
that whole scene, K-Tronada. They opened a lot of doors for us, especially for that sound. And yeah, so big shout out to them.
That's dope. So another milestone that I wanted to cross to as well was you moving to another country.
Oh, yeah.
So tell me how that felt like like being a creative going into a new market, like into Rotterdam from Vienna. Like, how did you kind of settle, and what were some of the initial struggles or the obstacles that you had to face when you went into somewhere brand new?
So it all started during COVID. So
Okay.
when COVID happened, like everything went back to zero. and back home in Vienna, everything was closed, and I didn't really have anything to do, and it was taking a few years, So I was having my thoughts, and back then I was in a long distance relationship then with my girlfriend, and uh, I was just thinking like, maybe I need something for myself. I need like, because when COVID hit, it was like at the time where I was very successful in my hometown in Vienna. I was playing everywhere. Was very busy and booked.
You were also like doing like an Asia tour in like 20 like right before that as well, right?
Yes. I finished fresh my first Asia tour. Everything is like on its peak, and then COVID hit, so everything went back to zero, and I just I was thinking like, I need something for myself. I want to educate myself more again, learn a new culture, and just being a student again. And that's why I moved to the Netherlands, because the Netherlands is like, I think, the city for producers for dance music.
Really?
Yeah, for dance music, and
Wow.
it's like it has like a very, very big culture here. So most of the producers you hear in our scene are from the Netherlands, actually. And I just wanted to connect with them and exchange skills and make music together, do collaborations. I wanted to check like their events, how they run their events here.
Because it's a whole other market, right? Like just going into there.
It's a whole nother market. It was like a big culture shock for me, because it was so much going on, and the whole DJ culture is integrated in the Dutch culture, and those stuff were so new to me, and I just wanted to educate myself so I can grow more. And yes, I've been living here in the Netherlands now for 3 years, and I have to say is super happy for that, and I don't regret anything. And and I've learned so much the past years already here in the Netherlands about the culture, about the music itself, and it also helped myself to grow, and also for my sound, it also helped to evolve.
So I know this is getting a bit more into the technical, but I'm curious, how did your sound evolve over time when you moved from like one culture to another?
So especially here in the Netherlands, like every genre is here. So whenever you can go out, and you will hear every genre, new genres, old genres, and that was so fresh to me. And
just for a bit of context, what was Vienna like? Like, was it very secular to like one like genre of electronic, like one like mainly
Vienna is very strong in techno.
Okay.
So it's basically techno is on number one there, and everything else is just small and niche.
Okay.
And it's like, compared to the Netherlands, where every genre is like represented. Like, they have techno, but they also have R&B and soul. They also have like the Amapiano, UKG to bubbling Dutch house. So many genres. Okay. And for me, it was just like, wow, this is like new territory for me, and I can suck in so many new sounds and inspirations. And at the end, it makes me who I am now. So sound-wise, I'm a very R&B guy, but I try to mix it with other influences, from bubbling to Afro to mix it with a little bit of house and stuff, and that's
Sure.
all because of the influence here in the Netherlands.
Yeah. Oh, you know, it's really cool that you mentioned that too, is that being in like a new country, that you not only get a chance to be immersed into the culture, but you also get a feel of what like the club scene is like out there, and then getting to pick the brain from a lot of other people, like just hanging
Yeah.
out with them. So, oh
Yeah.
wow, yeah. No, I could definitely see why that would like change your trajectory, change your sound for, you know, refine it, if that makes sense. Not that it wasn't bad, but it was just, it's cool that you're able to take so much inspiration from others, so that way you could, you know, create a sound that you didn't even think would be possible if you just in Vienna. So,
Yes, because it makes me more open-minded to a lot of sound of music, and yes, and for me, I appreciate the time with those people more than I appreciate those time with those people the most, because it's just like a connection, and then those conversations you have is very priceless, and I always get some little stuff for myself and then put it into my music.
And I definitely do hear it too. I think just getting to, as I said, going through that SoundCloud, going through your mixes at the time, I definitely see a lot of that evolution. And I encourage like everyone, if you want to like know an artist's like journey, their SoundCloud library is like a good like history book, right?
Yeah,
to kind of see a lot of their stories. Yeah,
it's a portfolio, it's a history book. Yeah.
No, that's really cool. So going a bit back to, you know, that post-COVID time, now that, you know, the lockdown's lifted and stuff like that, I remember that you got started, I don't want to say right away, but like shortly after you went to the club post-COVID, like going to Brussels, like Milan, performing back in Vienna. So tell me about that adjustment.
Yes.
Like that I don't want to say fallout, but how much that changed and like how you approach things when those the shutdowns lifted.
So after the lockdowns, when traveling was
Safe,
where you could travel again, and clubs were opening up slowly, it was like I was a bit scared, because
For sure.
of course having your first club gig after 2 years without any social interaction, I had my thoughts like, can I still deliver? Can I still like make the crowd, make the room crazy? Because I didn't have that those 2 years during COVID, and but as soon as I got onto that stage, it was all there. It's like
riding a bike.
yes, riding a bike or driving a car. Like once you're there, then you can do it. You will never lose it. And yes, and it started like very slowly. Started in Belgium, and then in Milano, and then Vienna was also opening up again, and then we started very slowly to open up the clubs again, and then the bookings were coming again. So luckily it's still open and nothing is happening.
Yeah, and when you were doing a lot of that on top of like an Asian tour in 2022, so you know you were doing a lot. Was a lot of those connections like during pre-COVID, during COVID, when you had a lot of those like live streams and stuff like that? I'm just curious if this club scene, when you went out there, it was totally different, at least in your approach relative to what you were pre-COVID.
Well, after COVID, like the bookings were coming in, and then
that's cool.
Other old bookers were booking me again, and then there were also new bookers who started to book me, and then I went on Asia tour again in 2022. That's the first one after COVID, and that's how you start the connections. And for me, it's always like, when you do your job well and you deliver your job good, you will always get booked, you know?
That makes sense, yeah.
So I always try to do that. So that's why I keep my contacts and connections around the world very close, and just have a good business relationship with everyone. And of course, not to mess up your shows.
For sure. Don't like burn bridges or anything like that. Yeah. I think that's one of the things to point out as well is that the music, like at least in the scene like that, it's much smaller than a lot of people would think. That people know each other like around the world, right? So
Oh, it's such a
you know,
small world. You don't know. You don't know. Everyone
you don't
knows
know.
each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So especially like post COVID, like with so many people getting to connect with each other virtually and like doing a lot of these like live streams pre-recorded or
Yes.
live.
Twitch.
Twitch, that's another one. Yeah. Cause yeah, I bet you were like in a lot of like those live stream before and they're from
Yeah.
all around the world. So I can't imagine that you were like, oh, I remember this person. Now I get to meet them in person because now the
Yes.
lockdowns are gone. So I bet
Yes.
you had a lot of that
Yes. That happened.
during.
That happened a lot indeed after COVID, when everyone was in the clubs again, and then you meet those producers or fans or whatever you call it. But
Yeah,
you meet them for the first time after COVID, and you'll be like, "Oh, you're that guy behind that track. Oh, I love your work, and a big
that's
fan."
awesome.
And yeah, and it's such a small world, this industry, and uh, yeah, the truth
Yeah.
is everyone knows each other.
So speaking of which, when you did a lot of these gigs, you know, some of the ones that stood out to you was you doing Soul Community Radio, OJ Asia, shout out to them,
Yeah.
Apartment Life. I'm curious on like what those like any of those gigs that really stood out to you that really showed this is awesome. I love being a DJ. I love being a producer. So I'm curious if there's one that you could pinpoint
Hmm.
to kind of show that pinnacle
Wow,
of being there.
that's hard.
It's hard, yeah.
That's hard. But maybe I can say my top three or top five. But of course, Manila is one of them.
Yeah.
When I did a show for the boys, Orange Juice Asia,
Yeah.
that was just crazy because it felt like home. People were singing back to my music.
That's awesome.
People were asking for pictures and stuff, and that felt really really nice. And also, of course, some festivals here in Amsterdam where you play big stages, and then um, you have your own green room. They provide you with the exact stuff on your rider. Like, I always have fruits on my rider, and they come with a fruit bowl.
Love
and,
that.
and always have my water and my Coke Zero, and it's always there. And that's like something when I realize, oh shit, this is crazy. And I'm super thankful for this because it's
Just-
it's unreal, you know.
It's crazy to hear this because like we're looking back at the stories of you like hustling out there like doing these DJ gigs where people didn't know like your sound to seeing
Yeah.
it now where it's like you have these people that are, I mean, it's a really humble experience, like people like saying that they love your edits and like your mixes and all that and coming up to you for that. That must be so surreal to like look back and be like, wow, this is really awesome to see that growth.
Yeah, it's like the biggest realization for me, like, oh, the people who are listening to my music are actually real people. So I always thought like,
They're just like, I don't want to say just numbers, but you
numbers,
see,
or it can also be like bots, you know.
there you go.
But in the end, it was like real people, and then I met those people who came to my show just because they know me of one track, and yeah, they came out
That's awesome.
asking for pictures, and yeah, I'm always super grateful for that because
That's great.
to do that or to experience that all because of music is unreal.
No, that's really cool. And one of the topics that I want to talk about, because this goes really full circle, is with your establishment of STEMs with OSIVE and franchise. So
yeah.
throughout all that experience, it was really surreal that I got a chance to.
Hey,
Really
you've been
grateful that
there.
I was there for the 1 year. So if y'all haven't went there, like, please show out. If you're ever in Vienna, or maybe in the future when they travel around, maybe we'll see. Wink, wink.
Yeah, shout out to you for coming by.
Oh, that's a whole other story. We could talk about how I got that. But no, I really want to talk about STEMs because hearing about the mentors, hearing about your world experiences growing up and developing and growing as an artist,
Yeah.
I really want to go back into like what STEMs is. So if you could tell me what that concept is, yeah, please tell me.
So STEMs basically. So we were talking about like we've been DJing a lot. I've been DJing for so many years. Same goes to franchise. He's been doing his own stuff, also going on tour. His name is worldwide. So we've been doing these stuff the past years, and we are doing it internationally, like in every city all over the world. But we never had something back home in our hometown.
Yeah.
So we never had something for our own people. So it was always like our people from Vienna, they always just see us playing in different cities. And one day we just talked about it and thought about it. Hey, let's bring it back home. Let's do something for our people. And it's just like a giving back because we've been touring and been out of the country so many times, but now it's time to bring it home. And that's why together with Franchise and OSIVE, we started to do this event called STEMs, which is like every 2 months in Vienna, and where we focused on international sounds, like global sounds. It's not only specific one genre, but we can cover the night with all over the world, like with every genre. And also something where we can say this is our home. We can be ourselves 100%.
Love that.
And we also wanted to do something very unique you never have before in Vienna. And yeah, we already have had our 1 year anniversary where you also attended. And it's been a ride, and I'm so happy how it turned out. People are very supportive, and I can see in the people faces who are going there that it's very fresh and new for them. And they are happy to see us doing it back home. And and we will have our next one already next year on January 2nd. That will be the first edition for 2026.
Wow.
And yes, and we will just continue going forward with this whole project, and we'll see where it will
where it takes you.
I hope one day we can do it somewhere international as well, but we just want to work like step by step. But that's basically it. It's just like we wanted to create like a community, not like a home base for people who enjoys music, and where it's all about music and not how you look and not how you can pick up how many girls you can pick up and stuff. It should it should be
it's about the vibe and the music. Like
it's about the vibe and the music, because it should also be like an education. And if you want to hear new music, then come to our party, because we in Vienna there's a lot of bottle service clubs where you can hook up with girls and stuff. There are already plenty of stuff like that in Vienna, but nothing really 100% focused on music. and that's what we are trying, and I hope that it will go on.
Yeah, no, I think when I was there back in September, I loved not only you brought so many people like from around to,
Yeah,
present that sound, but
yeah,
also just being a part of a welcoming environment of people just there for the music and just enjoying it. So I really appreciate the fact that you were able to create that in a full poetry motion to bring it back to your hometown throughout all this like experiences. So that's
yes.
really cool.
I mean, for us, like for franchise OSIVE and me, it's like it feels like having a baby, and you have to take care of, and of
Yeah,
course, not every time will be good, but you will always thrive for the better days, you know. So
for
that's
sure.
why we just continue, and we'll see where it will take us.
Yeah. And speaking of which, I think that's a great segue is, getting to see, franchise, OSIVE, you, your girlfriend Elika too,
Yeah.
being able to succeed and, obviously putting a lot of work into this. How awesome is it to just see people that grew up with that y'all are really being able to be in the position that you were talking about like early in your teens, like
Yes.
seeing you achieve now. Yeah.
I always love seeing my surroundings winning, you know, because
Hmm.
it inspires me as well and motivates
Yeah,
me. And if I see someone like uh, someone's getting very successful, then I'm just super happy for them, and also being in an environment where everything is so close to each other, it feels like we are lifting each other up. That's the main point of that. So,
I love that.
um, yeah, I think if someone is winning, he they will also elevate us as well.
Yourself.
You
Yeah,
know?
yeah, yeah. Like motivating that. I gotcha.
Yeah,
Gotcha. And on a personal note, how crazy is it to just reflect back into being that kid in church, learning
hmm
these instruments to doing what you do now? How, like, if you were to talk to your like younger self about that, like, I wonder what your younger self would have thought.
it's crazy. You know, I don't
Yeah.
think I will never get used to that. To be honest, it will always be like feels so unreal, and uh, it's hard to realize what's going on because you just do, and it's happening. Yeah, I all I can say is I'm just very very happy and thankful for, first of all, for God giving me a talent,
Yeah.
and of course to my parents for paving the way so I can do what I can want to do, and also to all the people who are supporting. Uh, Super thankful for that. That's all I can do actually, because I will never get enough of this feeling or where I am right now, and I think it will always go further and further. And I don't know. I think that's if you. It's because if you do something with passion, most of the time you're really good at it. So
Mhm.
that's why I also don't see it as my job because yeah, it's hard to
That's awesome.
describe. It's like
No,
I'm
yeah. No, it's really cool to see that you find fulfillment or joy in what you do, and I think that's the key. That you took that jump and you took the initiative. Having you had mentors, but a lot of this was taking a lot of initiative to doing what you want, and the fact that it's really fulfilling to see what you've accomplished so far. It must be like a surreal feeling. Obviously, there's you don't want to stop going, like you want to
yeah.
keep the grind and all that, but it's really cool to see that the passion is there with you honing in your craft essentially.
Yes, thank you, and I hope I can inspire other people as well, especially the young generations who are coming up. That
Hmm.
if you do if you do something by heart, then go for it, because most of the time you're really good at it, and maybe it's your purpose to do it, and just go straight forward and don't look to the left and right. Just stay to your lane, and if you deliver good work, you will also get a prize for that.
Wow, you beat me to it. I was gonna ask like one advice to creatives, and I think you just gave it to me. So I appreciate.
Wow, maybe we can clip that section.
We'll see.
And then we can post it as a teaser.
We'll figure it out. We'll figure out that detail. But again, well, it's hitting that top of the hour. I just want to thank you again for taking the time to be a part of this interview. I know as I said, you're super busy, but you have done so much. But as well, you put in so much work to make this happen that I am just really grateful to have that opportunity to highlight your story, and what you got in store for the future. But yeah,
of course, I'm really thankful to be in this conversation with you, and everything went so well, and you were very well prepared. And
for context, viewers, if you see my script, I went all the way back to SoundCloud.
Yes,
and
that's why I was surprised. I was so surprised because there were stuff in the script I already forgot actually, but you did your research very well, and that's why I thought, like, does this fit in 1 hour? And but yeah, I also appreciate your time for doing that research.
Of course. It took a minute. Yeah, well, again, thank you so much for taking the time. Before we sign off, is there any plugs that you want to have while we wrap up?
Well,
just social medias, all that.
well, the promotion side. So you can follow my music on SoundCloud, BRII Music. On Instagram, you can follow me under BRII for real. Same goes to TikTok.
Yes.
And YouTube. And what else can I say?
I'll put everything in the description below for them, so that way they'll get a chance to be able to check out their stuff. I always put a little teaser at the end where I'm like, hey, you don't have an excuse because I've presented you everything that you can check out his stuff on. So I got you on that.
Yes, but any last notes? I think just I would say just be thankful for life.
Love that. No, yeah.
I think that's a good one to wrap this conversation. Yeah.
Great. No, thank you. I really do appreciate your time for this. Again, thankful for you to be a part of this too. And let's go sign off on this one. Let's go say bye to the listeners. See you, listeners.
Yes, see you. Thank you for tuning in. Bye.
Living Mosaic.
Welcome back. Hope you enjoyed that episode of Mosaic Makers. Again, I just want to thank BRII for taking the time out of his schedule to talk about his journey as a creative, going from his humble beginnings, learning instruments from scratch, and later on producing and DJing all on his own, to the point that he rose locally in the scene in Vienna, and then later the rest of Europe. And now you get to see his edits and his DJ gigs all around the world. He's doing amazing stuff. So if you do not want to miss out on all that he does, please check out all his socials in the description below so you do not have an excuse to not check him out. So as we ramp up Living Mosaic, I want you to get caught up with all that we got in store. So please follow Living Mosaic on the website, livingmosaiq.com, on Instagram, livingmosaiq, and all of the associated social platforms for more. And we'll be posting regular episodes weekly. So if you want to be one of the first to know, you'll get that through the social media. And lastly, if you like this show, but please show your love by getting the like, share, and follow on all of our available platforms. I want to ensure that we get to spread this inspiration to the world, and with your contribution, you are helping a lot. Promise me. So as well, please leave a good review and highlight anything you love in particular about this podcast, this show, so that we get to curate this to be the best experience for you, the listener, because it is all about you. So thank you again for taking time out of your day to listen to this episode of Mosaic Makers. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll see y'all on the next episode. See y'all.
Love me.